Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Cold start this morning. Temperatures in the teens. Yeah, feels like it too. It's going to not get that warm today, even despite seeing a lot of sunshine, as we're seeing right now on the Plano cam. You can see from live here at my house at 7:57 a.m. Central Time. Clear blue sky, and everything is quite frosty on this Wednesday morning, January 15th. It is going to be a chilly day, as mentioned. Even though we will have sunshine, it's not going to help us warm that much today. Here's a look at those current temperatures. And as we come up on the 8 o'clock hour this morning, look at some of these to the north of us. There is a 1 below zero. That is in Harrison County, Cynthiana, Kentucky. And then you've got 2 in Shelbyville. Let's see what else we can find here. There's a 5, also Shelbyville. Let's see. There's a 5 in Winchester, Clark County, a 4 degrees. These are not wind chills. These are actual temperatures. In Lexington, wow. Further south, let's go into southern Kentucky, and you can see that we've got 12, 13, 16, 15, 14, 17, 18. You get the idea. Everybody's in the teens this morning. So on the newscasts yesterday, when I said we'll probably dip to about 16, 17, yeah, that's about where we landed. Some of you did get colder than that. And up here, let's see, that's LaRue County. Hodgenville is at 9. There's Hardin County, E-Town at 8 this morning. Whew. That's very cold. And the wind, it is a light wind coming out of the north and east at 3 to 5 miles per hour. Thankfully, there's not much of a breeze or a gust, or it would feel even colder. But that's plenty cold enough. Thank you. I don't think we want it any colder than that. But highs today, the sun will help us get into the mid 30s, calling for a high today about 35. It's not going to feel all that warm at all. All right, here's a look at the satellite view this morning. And as you can see, we've got clear sky. There are a few clouds that are back here to our west, southwest. Let me get my little marker here. Yeah, why is it locked? I don't want it locked. Okay. Anyway, so all back here, back to the west, we've got a little bit of cloud cover. There you go. Mayfield, Murray, back to Sykeston, Poplar Bluff, Dyer, Tennessee, Paragould, Arkansas, Blytheville, Jonesboro. A few clouds, and those will stream across the area as we make it through the morning. There is an upper wave that is back here toward Kansas City. You can see some of the clouds with that, but that won't be here until tomorrow. Otherwise, we're going to see a very sunny day and everything looking pretty fine. It's just going to be pretty cold. Here's a look at the next several days. There's not a whole lot going on. As I've been talking about, if you've been following, it's all about the warmer air eventually and rain this time. We're not going to see a winter storm, even though social media is all going ape and nuts over the potential of a winter storm. it's all going to be rain for us here in southern Kentucky and much of the Mid-South and Ohio Valley. There may be a little bit of snow on the back end of it, but not enough to be concerned about. Here we are right now. Look at the big dome of high pressure. This is why it's so cold out there this morning. It's going to sit right over us as we go through the day. Look at that. Now, the warmer air is back here in the plains, and eventually we're going to find some of that warmer air trickling in. Here we go into midnight tomorrow morning. A little lift here to the north is going to produce a few snow showers up toward Indy, maybe Columbus, Ohio, but that's about it. Some of that may skim parts of northeastern Kentucky up around Cincinnati, maybe Charleston, West Virginia, but none of that around here. The warmer air, more of a southerly flow, starts to kick in during the day tomorrow. And with some of those flurries to the northeast, we will see some cloud cover just passing by through the day, and then a little bit breezy at times. But tomorrow, we'll try to warm it up into the 40s. Here we go into Friday morning. There could be a little bit of patchy fog. And then into Friday afternoon and evening, into Saturday, here comes our rain. Now, I'm going to back it up one section here. And you can see how, if we go further south, you'll begin to see some of the moisture that will late Thursday into early Friday, and then it just comes surging in as we get into Friday and really just takes over. And notice everything here in southern Kentucky, all of Tennessee, really all of Kentucky is going to be rain, and some pretty good rain, especially by Friday night into Saturday morning. Now, there is a frontal boundary to the west. It will come through. It appears to be stalled out somewhat on Saturday morning. But everything is going to stay warm enough to keep all of this rain for us. Some of the higher elevations through, the Smokies and the Blue Ridge Mountains, Appalachia, may see a little mix. And then further north, there may be a mix with snow. Once you get up to Terre Haute, Indiana, Indianapolis, again, Dayton, Columbus, Cincinnati, this is Sunday morning. We may see a few leftover flurries as the colder air comes in behind the front. But most of the precipitation will be gone, and therefore there's not going to be enough moisture left once it gets cold enough for it to be any big deal as far as snow. So I'll just say flurries, a chance of flurries on Sunday. Monday, we're really going to begin the very, very cold Arctic air. This Arctic air mass is going to take over, and look what happens to much of the country. You've got lake effect snows out in the Four Corners and parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. I mean, this is an Arctic blast, and we're not going to make it out of the 20s on Monday and Tuesday, and there could be trouble for the Gulf Coast in the form of rain once you get out over the waters. But as soon as you come inland, we're looking at a mix of ice and snow for places like San Antonio, Houston, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Mobile, Alabama, Gulfport, Mississippi. Southern Mississippi could see snow. Look at this, Tuesday. That's how deep and how far south all of this moisture is going to go. Look at that. That's incredible. We go one more step into next Wednesday, and the high pressure ridge continues to build, and we're still going to be cold. We're not going to warm up till maybe Thursday of next week. And during this time, we're looking at the potential for some low temperatures to be in the single digits or near zero. It's yeah, I'm telling you, this next Arctic blast is going to be something that is going to be pretty incredible. Well, let's take a look at the numbers from the model blender. As I mentioned, we'll go 35 and sunny today, about 22 to 24 tonight. Then we go maybe 44, 45 tomorrow. And look at that, 51 for Friday. That's with the rain, maybe 52. It's going to stay warm enough Friday night into Saturday morning. Everything is going to stay rain. Look at that, 51 to 41. That's not going to be frozen precipitation. So any model that you see posted on social media talking about another winter storm for here, it's not true. Forget about it. 50 on Saturday or around 50, but then temperatures will begin to fall during the day on Saturday into Saturday night. Any leftover moisture, look at that low of 25 into Sunday morning, and then we're only going to get up to 29, maybe 30, still below freezing, and that means anything that is falling would be in the form of snow. But again, most of the moisture will be gone. So anything left over will be snow, but mainly flurries. This will not be any kind of accumulation or any big deal. The biggest deal in this forecast is the bitter cold that's coming. So we go 29 to 30, maybe Sunday, but look, a low of 10, possibly even 8 or 9, only to 21 on Monday, or 21, 22. But look, single digit lows, 9 to 21 on Tuesday, then 11 to 30 on Wednesday. We start to see a little bit of moderation into the middle and end of next week, 30s and 40s, but all those numbers are still well below normal for this time of the year. So it's crazy. It's crazy cold. So, it's, again, one of these situations, like I explained yesterday, where a lot of people are like, why is it so cold? I thought we were in the midst of record warmth, and why isn't this winter behaving like it has the last few winters when you hardly have any snow and the temperatures are too warm and we're just not going to see snow anymore, and it's just going to always be global warming, and it's always going to, it's because you've given in to the rhetoric and the hype. If you buy into that, don't buy into that. I've been saying for a long, long time, our turn will come when it's going to get cold again and it's going to snow again. We've got plenty of opportunity this winter to see not only extreme cold, but more snow. It's just the pattern. It may wait a few years to have a pattern like this, but the patterns come back around. And that's what's happening. So don't be surprised when you see the temperatures and when you hear about chances of snow here. It's not all over. It's going to get cold again. It's going to snow again. It may not be like what you remember, but it's going to happen again. And who knows when the next time we're going to have severe weather. It could happen anytime. Whether the calendar says January, February, March, December 2021. That's why I'm saying always know that severe weather can happen anytime. And just because we're in a cold period right now, when we transition from this cold period into a warmer cycle, severe weather is going to happen again. I can't tell you when, but it's going to happen again. And therefore, it always pays to be prepared and not just brush it off as, whatever. Because a lot of you who've come up to me are like, it's not going to snow again. They've told us that it's just record warmth and it's just never going to happen again. Bull. Let's go outside and talk about it. Right? Okay. I know I get the forecast wrong every once in a while, but I mean, the cycles are obvious to see. You just got to see them. You can't just blow them off as, oh, this is not going to happen anymore. Those snows like I got when I was a kid, they're not going to happen anymore. Well, guess what? Your lifespan is about that big and your memory is about that big. But you've got to take a look at the whole scope of years and decades of records and weather cycles. You've got to understand that this stuff does not go away. It may be dormant for a while, just like we went years and years without any tornadoes. And then all of a sudden, boom. Don't ever assume that things are just going to go bye-bye, because they don't. They come back around. Kind of like a boomerang. It just takes a while in this case. Okay, you guys have a great day. Didn't mean to preach again. Have a great day on this Wednesday. God bless you. I'll see you tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on News 40. Have a great day. God bless.